up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. So today we are testing out the new LYS Cream Bronzer Stick. I did pick mine up in the shade Courage, which is for tan skin tones. We're gonna put this baby to the test. She is very creamy, very pigmented, and I'll do like a little swatch just so you can see. If you have not received yours yet, like if you did order it and haven't received it yet, to be able to swatch it, because I do not think that it is in stores just yet. So yeah, we're gonna test her out. I did pick up the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer and also the new Nars Laguna bronzer, so I picked up Laguna 3. I was thinking, should we do a comparison video, one side Charlotte Tilbury, the other side Nars? Let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. I do apologize that in the intro and outro of this video you will hear my fan, because it is hot. It is like 90 degrees outside today, I think. So even with the AC on, I am hot, obviously with lights and my hair down. So this is why I do not like to wear my hair down. It's just too much. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you think about this cream bronzer in the comments down below. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, you guys, jumping in with the Juvia's Place Culture Palette. So my eyelids are primed with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime in the shade number 2. This has definitely been my go-to eyeshadow primer, but we are just going to run that purple shade right into the crease. This is, you know, definitely different for me. Please forgive me as well if you hear my little one screaming in the back. He gets excited about his baby shark and all of that. Y'all know I'm always apologizing, and I know that those of us that, you know, we have kids or we have dogs, those are just things we can't control as far as them in the background. This is why I choose to do a lot of voiceovers, but you know. Also, real quick, I wanted to update you guys. The Juvia's Place eyeshadow, no, what is it? Girl, get it out. The Juvia's Place lash glue that I talked about in my last video. I did pick it up in store at Ulta. That lash glue low-key is bomb. Like, it has not irritated my eyes. It doesn't burn or anything like that. And I think with that sticky feeling that I mentioned that I, you know, noticed with it the first time using it, I definitely feel like that helps. Like, I still have an issue of my eyes watering. Like in my inner corner, they water really bad. So that's why a lot of my videos, my lash is like coming up. No matter how much glue I put down, my inner corner is always like tearing up or something like that. But I've used like 3 different lash glues, so I don't feel like it comes from that. But their lash glue is definitely worth trying out if you guys can get your hands on it. I honestly wanted to go back to Ulta and pick up like a backup, because the last time I went in Ulta, I think they were down to like their last few in stock, and I'm like, oh Lord, let me, you know, matter of fact, let me try to see if I can place an order for pickup. Okay, so I did go ahead and try to cut the crease off camera. Again, I am no cut crease pro. Girl, I am just using stuff to try to add that, you know, the little base. But I did use the P. Louise blank canvas base to go ahead and cut the crease. And then I am going to just do like an all matte look as far as what's going on the lid. So I am going in with this orange shade in the center. We are going to place that purple back on the outer corner once I'm done with this part. And then, of course, for the inner corner, we are going to go in with a yellow mustard shade. So we are just playing with some fun colors today. I like to enjoy my makeup with how fun it is as far as applying these different colors. It's so fun to see different looks come together. I don't feel like you have to be perfect. You don't have to be a pro. I know that even for myself, sometimes watching other YouTubers, I get a little like intimidated because it's like, girl, I do not know how to do that. But it's all about just having fun with your makeup, experimenting. And I feel like the more you practice, the more you work with different colors and different placements of colors, I think that, obviously you will get better in time. But again, just going back in with that purple, there is a deeper purple in this palette as well that I kind of went in with, as on that outer corner, just to kind of pack it in. I am going to try to blend everything with a different brush, just kind of make it all cohesive and flow together. What I ended up having to do as well is my Beauty Bay Bright eyeshadow palette. There is a white eyeshadow in there. I did take a fluffier brush and dip into that white shade to try to clean up that crease area where I feel like, the purple got a little bit, I got a little bit too heavy-handed and out of control. So that was just my way of trying to fix it up. If you guys know of any other tips for me to be able to fix up like that crease to where the, eyeshadow doesn't look like it's just all over the place, definitely let me know. Alright, you guys, so I am going in with this Smashbox mattifying primer. I did pick up the mini size. It kind of gives me that same texture feel as the new Milk mattifying primer, which I will be very honest, I used the Milk primer again on Saturday when I went out. Y'all, when I say my face was matte, literally the whole time, like I want to say it was about a good 7-8 hours. I was like, bro, stop playing. So I definitely do feel like it helped by me using more of it. And right here, I did use concealer to clean up the top of my brow, so it's just kind of coming off as I'm rubbing this primer on. But this primer and that Milk mattifying primer, girl, will get you through the summer time. I ended up adding some glitter onto like the inside of the crease. It is by e.l.f. You know how they sell like their little glitter, eyeshadow glitters, kind of reminds you of the Stila ones. So that is what I used for, like, just to kind of add something, add a little something to the eyes. So I'm using the Dior Backstage foundation. Is it called Backstage, girl? In the shade 4W, which I'm actually pretty glad that I have this, because I was noticing that I am kind of getting a tan, but not on my face, not much on the face. So I definitely was wondering and hoping that I had a deeper foundation to kind of match with the rest of my body. With this foundation, I've also noticed that, I don't know if it's because I used the mattifying primer, but I feel like I had to go in with a lot more of this foundation to even get a good enough coverage. So as you can see me blending it here, but I actually ended up off camera going in with a little bit more of the foundation to get more of a, medium full coverage. Because to me, this is light coverage with what we're looking at here on screen now. Alright, so I did go ahead and pop the lashes on off camera. We are using the LYS concealer. I honestly forgot how bomb this was. This was another product that I used Saturday when I went out. Again, I know a lot of things that, the only thing that I can say that I heard about this concealer is the packaging. Obviously, like once you open it, it's kind of like it doesn't close the proper way. So it just looks really weird when you close it now. But, it's okay. It is a bomb concealer though. And I actually had it sitting for a little minute because I wanted to blend out my cream bronzer before the concealer. And it did not have like that drying effect to where it was hard to blend out. It was still definitely creamy, but gave a good medium coverage. as far as the LYS Cream Bronzer Stick, when I tell you pigmented is an understatement, creamy is an understatement. It's like I was almost scared to like keep using it because it's like, I don't know, it just felt like it was just melting the moment that you place it on your skin. And for the price point of only $19, this is definitely something that I would repurchase. Like, seriously. This is, I could definitely see this becoming a staple product. What I will say is a little bit goes a long way, because if you apply too much, it could get muddy. It could look, you know, it could look a little bit too much on the skin. But I am here for this cream bronzer, and I appreciate the shade range in this bronzer as well. So again, I picked mine up in the shade Tan, which is the shade Courage, and that is geared more towards like medium to medium tan skin tone. So I am definitely here for this cream bronzer. So I also realized really quick, I did not share with you guys what color my concealer was in the LYS concealer. It is in the shade MG5. So I am taking that with my beauty sponge and just kind of blending that out. As you can see, just the blend is so creamy and buttery, and even just sitting while I blend out that cream bronzer, it did not, like I said, it was not hard to blend. It gives a beautiful medium coverage. So I am glad that I decided to use this one again today, because this was a concealer I tried out once or twice, and I'll say twice being off camera, and I never really used it again. But it's bomb. It is bomb. So if you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend doing so. Alright, I almost forgot about the cream blush. So this is the Made by Mitchell Liquid Blush in the shade Mango Daiquiri. So his formula, it definitely looks thin, but it is very pigmented and easy to blend out. So I do know that obviously ordering from UK, it is going to take some time. But if you have not tried any of like the Made by Mitchell liquid blushes or liquid bronzers, I highly recommend them as well. I prefer to order off of beautybay.com, which I do use their app a lot, because it's just a little bit easier to get and track and all of that good stuff. So for the of course I'm going in with my Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass loose setting powder in the shade Banana. This is truly one of my go-tos. Like, when I first used this, I fell in love with it to the point that I have 2 backups of this. So I feel like that's why I'm trying to hurry up and use this one up. I definitely need to start using other ones that I have so that they don't go to waste, but this one is just so finely milled and so thin, but it leaves like my skin feeling very soft. But it's like my makeup lasts with this one. So honestly, this one and my One Size translucent setting powder is definitely like my go-to loose powders for me. Again, I use my other ones just to kind of, you know, utilize them so they're not just sitting. But if I had to choose, it would be this one and the One Size one. So I did waste, you know how like your coffee is like, you know, spilling out on your desk? That's pretty much what it was, my iced coffee. But I am using my Makeup Forever setting powder. This is the in the shade Y365. So I'm just kind of taking that all around the rest of the face, just kind of setting down more of those cream products as far as the cream bronzer and the cream blush. Okay, so for bronzer, we are using the Kimchi Chic Thaler bronzer in the shade number 4. So what I will say about his bronzers, they do look a little bit, I feel like online the images are not true to the color. So shade 4, it works, but it's not as like bronzy as I would usually go for. So I do also have shade number 5, which to me looks a little bit deeper than what it is in person online. So but honestly, his bronzers as well are a really good formula. I have no complaints about any of the products that I've tried on Kimchi Chic. So definitely try them out, you guys. This is a brand that I talk about a lot. Even, you know, when it comes to the loose setting powder. But for blush, we are using this blush by Kokie Cosmetics in the shade Tender. So Kokie is very affordable. I believe it's an online only. I don't think that I've ever seen them in store, at least not here where I am. But I think this blush was about $6.99, if that, and they do have a lot of other different shades. So definitely highly recommend. I love the whole ombre look. When it comes to the blush, it's very pretty. And for setting spray, Milani Make It Last. You cannot go wrong. I have backups of this spray as well. This is definitely a go-to drugstore setting spray for me, because I do get oily. I feel like, you know, I just gotta use it. For lip liner, we did go in with the Melt Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Caffeine. So I honestly really do like this lip liner. I prefer more of a brown lip liner. I do not like to use anything lighter. I just feel like it doesn't look right on me. For the lips, I did go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo. Over top of that, I went in with the Juvia's Place. It's like I just say it's a lip gloss in the shade Brown Sugar. And then over top of that, I went in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 002 Ice. So I technically did not need to go in with the Maybelline one, but I was just using it to be using it. I am definitely trying to go through everything that I don't use on a daily or often in videos and just kind of pull them out, because I have so much stuff that I was going through as far as my makeup. And I definitely just want to continue using and utilizing a lot of this stuff to not have to throw a lot of products away and be wasteful. Alright, you guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like the cream bronzer applied very smoothly, so easy to blend out. I do feel a little bit goes a long way, because it can get very muddy looking very quick. But 10 out of 10, I definitely recommend this cream bronzer. I feel like this has been like, it's only half of the year in, and we have gotten so many releases for like cream bronzer, blah blah, bronzer, blushes, all type of goodies. So again, I am very pleased with it. This will definitely be a product that I can say I will repurchase. And that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a safe one. Stay blessed up, prayed up, because it's a lot going on out here. And that is it. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.